Hey guys, what's going on? So today we are talking about tips to build quick attraction. And a lot of people are like, hey, well, I heard from my friend that this works, or I heard from so-and-so this works, I read in one PUA book, this works. Well, the problem is, in a lot of these cases, it is kind of, I guess you could say, dependent upon the individual. But that's why it's great to rely on broad range surveys or scientific experiments that use bigger groups of people. So even in these cases, there will be exceptions, but you're actually going to get better effects because you have bigger groups. So the first one is the red effect. Now, I'm surprised that in a lot of PUA books that I've read, in fact, none of them mention the red effect. And it's really easy. It's simple. It's found in numerous scientific experiments, and they find that people who wear red are perceived as more attractive, whether they are men or women. And the interesting thing is, it's cross-cultural, which means that regardless of what culture you're in, it works. So just wear something red, like a shirt or a belt. The idea is wearing anything red. The next thing is pre-selection, which is talked about in the PUA literature, or in psychology it's referred to as mate choice copying. Now the trick here is, you don't want to purposely be seen by an attractive woman as a means of trying to attract other women, because that's just weird. But the second thing is, you can probably actually take advantage of this effect in the sense that I think a lot of guys are sometimes maybe worried that if they're seen with an attractive girl, like on Facebook or something like that, it might like make other girls like maybe less likely to try for that guy or something. And that's kind of what makes mate choice copying, or the pre-selection effect, interesting, is that in the literature and psychology, they find that it does make women more attracted to men if they see them with a good-looking woman, but men are actually not any more attracted when they see a woman with a really good-looking guy. So, interesting and strange. But the point is, if you're hiding pictures on your Facebook because you're thinking like, oh, well then that might make girls less likely to come after me because they think that there's more competition. That's not how it works. You don't have to cover it up. Just let it be. Be yourself on Facebook or social media. If anything, it will actually make you look more attractive. Number 3, stubble. So beard stubble, usually around 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. So a full beard isn't quite as good as that kind of like 5 o'clock shadow look. And when you do this, just remember, keep your stubble maintained and keep it very distinct where you actually do or don't shave. So if you have stubble like this, it's around 1/4 inch, and then where I shave outside of my stubble, it's clean shaved. The line between where I have stubble and no hair is very distinct. And then of course, no neck beard because it's just gross. Number 4, white teeth. So this is another one, and one of the articles that I actually read actually said that this is almost like peacocking in the POA literature, and the idea that it kind of is a way of drawing attention to yourself. So obviously it's probably a good indicator of health, and the nice thing is you don't have to pay the big bucks to get really white teeth. You can just go and get some toothpaste at Walmart, like Crest Whitening, which will help. Or you can also get whitening strips on Amazon. They run for like 10, 12 bucks for the cheap kind. So you can get this for pretty cheap, and it'll make you look better and you'll feel better. Lastly, number 5, improving your waist to shoulder ratio. Ideally, a 0.77 is the best ratio. You obviously want to have big shoulders, and one way of doing that obviously is working out, lifting weights, but there's an interesting little trick, is that one experiment found that a V-neck seems to give an optical illusion. So wear a V-neck because the V-neck seems to give some sort of illusion, making it look as if your shoulders are actually wider than your waist disproportionately. So those are the 5 attraction tips. Hope you enjoyed them. I'm putting the links below, that way you can see and read more about these in case you want to. And if you have any other comments or attraction tips yourself that you want to share, please feel free, add them in the comments below. We want to share the information, get guys to learn new things. And last, subscribe below by clicking the subscribe button. That way you get instant updates on when new videos come out. And you can also follow me on Top 5 for Men on Twitter. So thanks, and see you next time.